All right, folks, welcome to Ninoscorner.tv. I'm joined once again with United States Secret Service, former United States Secret Service agent John-Carman under Ford. Carter had the know-with-all to pull over Hinckley, question him before the Reagan attempted assassination. This guy is old school, hard knocks, and in your face. John-Carman, no holds barred. John, a lot of my audience really likes to hear from you because you just call it the way it is. You're cut and dry, black and white. It is what it is. And I think people really respect that, especially now with so much PC, political correctness, and everyone minding their P's and Q's. We just want to hear it cut and dry, man. We just want to know what's going on. So today, I think it was today, an ICE agent shot and killed another protester, right?
A suspect, yes.
A suspect, right.
Apparently, they were having another protest and continuing on. These are all unlawful protests in the first place. And when you get up that close and you have an altercation with an ICE agent, an ICE official, Immigration Customs Enforcement, it doesn't matter. You don't touch them. That's an assault. You grab their gun, which apparently is what happened. This guy stupidly grabbed his gun. Then the agent turned around, had to pull his gun, and then they shot the guy. Now, I'm not sure how many shooters just yet, but I saw at least one unload on him. Off to the left, if you look carefully, they're down there trying to control the guy. I don't know what the particulars are, but in my business, in my background and experience, I'm going to grab that wrist. You got to watch those hands. Control the hands. You could get him cuffed up. If these guys couldn't do it, then something happened. He tried to grab an agent's gun, and then they pulled a gun and shot him DOA at the hospital. It's dead on arrival. So,
all right. So this is getting out of hand. You know what else is getting out of hand, John?
Yeah.
Cancer. Are you seeing more friends and family diagnosed with cancer, or has it happened to you? Turbo cancer is now a global crisis. But there's hope, folks. Thousands of clinical studies show therapies that work. One PubMed study found that 660 nanometer wavelength reduced breast cancer growth by 40% in just 24 hours. Another on prostate cancer saw 49% remission in over 400 participants. A lymphoma pilot study, all 3 patients came back cancer-free. Want to learn more? Investigative journalist Jonathan Otto reveals how red light therapy with proven wavelengths can help with cancer, tinnitus, weight loss, wrinkles, dementia, anxiety, autoimmune diseases, and more. You can even try a red light therapy device risk-free with a 60-day money-back guarantee, 3-year warranty, and flexible financing. Visit myredlight.com right now to watch the free training and claim limited time-free bonuses. Use coupon code, it says here David, but down below it says Nino25. I think Nino25, Nino30 work for the bundle packages. Also, you'll see the PEMF mat down there. Get on it, folks. Start feeling better. I promise you this stuff works. I use it. I have my own med bed hack with the red light therapies and the PEMF mat. Well, there you go. Yeah. So, John, so this is going to kick off more protests, more aggression, more violence towards ICE, because people are going to look at this and I don't see how you could look at this any other way except, well, he tried to grab a ICE.
That's it. Once you grab at an agent's gun, I've had it happen to me one time at the border where a guy was not all there. He was desperate. He wanted to stay in the United States legally or illegally or arrested. And I've seen this on immigration officials doing this on some guy pounding a guy. Well, he tried to grab a gun. So I take the guy, shove him up against the wall, cuff him up, give him over, and lock him up. You don't touch a gun. Once you reach out to do that, that's a danger signal. If they can grab your gun and you're stupid enough to let them grab your gun, then they're going to shoot you. That's it. That's the ultimate thing. They will kill you. Civilians don't care. They're not trained. Fry, who's the mayor there, he's a psycho communist pendejo. Let's get into that stuff. He's trying to tell people and tell Trump to stand down and get the ICE agents out. No, ain't going to happen. You do the Insurrection Act. Tim Walz has declared an unlawful assembly by the protesters. They disperse. They gave them 3 minutes, about 25, 30 minutes ago now. And I saw what looked like they were trying to disperse. You let them go. Leave the area. Don't go to protests. and you'll get arrested.
Let me ask you this: if Tim Walz is playing ball now, is that how we have to look at this? He's saying, okay, unlawful assembly. That means protesters have to clear out. This is getting too crazy. So Tim Walz is playing ball with Trump now. Is that how?
No,
that's how
it means he's under investigation already. He's going to get arrested, and if he doesn't act like a real governor and activate the National Guard in that area, which is under the authority of the commander-in-chief in Washington, D.C., he could be arrested for insurrection. I am surprised that I'm getting a call from my attorney here. Hold on. I'm getting the thing with Fry is he's an insurrectionist. He needs to be arrested. All of his staff need to be arrested. Hold on.
That's fine. I'm just confused because here it says
doing a podcast. Can you call back or are you coming over?
Oh, you got someone coming over.
Okay, I'll be finished in about 30 minutes, I think. Well, I could do it afterwards, after lunch, 11:30, 12. Okay. Okay, gotta go. Bye. Sorry about that.
Says here, Tim Walz says Minnesota has had it after Border Patrol involved shooting.
Has what? Has had it?
Has had it.
That's rhetoric. That's rhetoric. If I'm telling you, back in the old day, if I was being assigned to the White House or the Foreign Missions Division, which I've seen the 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗀 and the Iranian students, which is a separate incident, and other things that are going on in the world right now, that's a separate interview. But if they get that close and we tell them to stand down and they refuse to leave, they get arrested. They get moved out immediately. If they keep advancing or trying to grab or touch, if you even got that close, they will get shot. It's real simple. People need to grow the F up. Remember that lady Good? She did it with a vehicle. They're going to get shot. So
people of common sense. You can't grab. I mean, you're wrestling with the agents, and then you grab their gun. I mean, that's crazy. These people are making very stupid life decisions on the spot. Of course, you're going to get shot, man.
Yeah, and again, the profile of these people is not good. Low IQ, brain dead people who have nothing to lose. They may have been paid. They certainly have been trained. That's been proven. That's why I say arrest them, keep them alive, interrogate them, find out what's going on. If they cooperate, they can get a better deal or whatever. But 9 times out of 10, they've been trained. They've been given lots of money to go out there. If they get video of it, they get hit, assaulted, or shot, they'll give you a nice burial. How about that? There's a deal on that one. They don't care. It goes back to the high-level communists, and Soros's name keeps getting dropped all the time, and that's what they want. They are doing it from the outside through the communist Democrats, Fry, Walz, Harris, Biden. The list is endless. Just keep adding to the list. The Democrats are doing this. They're crazy.
I just think that this now is going to be so out of control. This is
not out of control now. This is nothing.
So it's going to get worse.
Continue to shoot these violators.
No. I'm not saying this incident is. It's going to lead. It's going to lead to more craziness with protesters, right?
You can't. No. Well, logistically, if they are stupid enough to go out there and arm themselves against it, they think they're pretending it's going back to the days of the revolution in 1776. They're idiots. It's not Lexington and Concord, April 19. It's not. These people are communist infiltrators, Trojan horse. They've been bringing them in like Biden did. Biden should be charged with 18 U.S.C. 2381 high treason. All of them should. Tim Walz is going to go down. Fry will eventually get arrested, and his police chief and anybody else that follows these people. The more deaths that occur, that means they are complicit in their murder or their death. Anybody
so now, so what does Tim Walz do from here?
Tim Walz already did the right thing, which should have happened months and months ago. Declared unlawful assembly. Once it's been declared unlawful assembly, you have to disperse, get the F out of that area, or you will be arrested. When they attempt to arrest you and you still stand in their face, you could be physically hurt and escalate to hurt, broken bones, broken wrists, all kinds of stuff, and or shot as a last ultimate resort if you resist a lawful arrest. Those people are stupid. IQ levels, left-wing communists, paid professional trained assassins, and paid professional agitators. Now, always remember, even at the border, there are certain people who are the leaders, like the coyotes. Those are the ones that get you into the situation. They're the ones with the mega horn or whatever, megaphones, and they are guiding these people what to do. They're in the background, and once they get stuff where it gets agitated, guess what they do, folks? They back off and run away because they don't want to get caught. All the innocent, stupid people that are up there doing their stuff and doing all the noise and the whistles and the flashlights and all that stuff in the eyes of the agents, which is illegal, they'll be the one to suffer the brunt of the deal, and all the leaders get away. That they do it all the time. People need to understand these are not patriots. They're not Americans. These people are psyched up, crazy people led by communist trained professionals who are trying to agitate the situation. They're going to get shot. Then Waltz can activate the military National Guard, who still are controlled by the President of the United States Commander-in-Chief. Either way.
I think this is going to still get out of hand. I don't agree with you on that. I think this is going to keep getting crazier. I think
what's out of hand? What's out of hand?
I've already out of hand. I think no. I'm on our side. We're on the same side. What I'm saying is they're going to feel now like, oh, another one murdered. Here we go.
Doesn't matter now.
Let's get out there. The police state is coming in. Trump is a tyrannical dictator, you know, and they're going to get out there, and they're going to get more emboldened and crazier. In other cities, not just Minneapolis.
No, I know. Let me tell you what I and other professionals and military people and veterans have said. They say the same thing. Shoot them all. Let God
shoot them all. Who? Shoot them all. Who?
The protesters that are unlawfully assembling and assaulting.
Unlawfully, okay, but you can't.
They're assaulting agents, literally.
Okay, the ones maybe that are playing.
I've already said this before. Hold on. I've already said this before. How many people are going to have to get shot before they learn? That's 2 or 3 now, maybe 4. I've lost count, but it's going to keep happening, and they're going to keep screaming about it. Take off the ice, and it's going to happen. They're going to finally figure out who's in charge. FAFO, as they say.
I've also heard, and I want to get your opinion on this. I've also heard that the ice storm in Texas into the eastern part of America, going into the whole East Coast, basically this massive.
Yeah, I've been watching that. That's prophetic, isn't it? Ice storm.
Right. Is there something to that? Is there really big ice raids going on under the guise of an ice storm?
It's going from. It's almost specifically at the Western Panhandle, El Paso, all the way.
Nothing's happening here. We missed the whole ice storm. It doesn't even hit El Paso. We're so far away.
It's very prophetic. I tell my gematria guy, Stephen Wilkin, all the time, because we do numbers. And when I get numbers and I tell them the connections, it's crazy. It's kind of like that favorite movie I was watching. Remember the No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
I have to keep watching because there's stuff in it that you have to look at it. The cartels, the narcos, they're taking over certain parts. They're out shooting and drugs and guns and money. And the sheriff is like, no, he doesn't want to meet with the DEA agent. He doesn't want to meet with him. Really? So is it already there? If they're having shootouts out in the open, like in the movie, it is. People need to learn. That's why you have to carry. And I'm not telling people to do illegal stuff. I'm telling you, if you're legally able to do it in your state, do it. Open carry, concealed carry, whatever.
Here's a 𝗫𝗫𝗃 post of the ice storm. I mean, why would he even post this?
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on.
January.
Yeah, it's not normal that they would have a severe ice thing. It's cold. I've already made phone calls to people in other parts of the country. It's 40. I think it was like 40 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona area, and that's kind of cold. It's not too bad where I'm at.
My question is: are they conducting? You think they're conducting raids under this the cover of this ice storm? And they're
well, that gets into HAARP, HAARP, and it gets into weather control stuff.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
No. It's the time of the year. This is the time that they're going to have heavy snow. And so I monitor the White House daily. I'll go to the webcam. You can look at the White House, see what the weather was like. I looked at it last night. I looked at it this morning at 3 a.m. just to see if there was activity and what the weather was like. But it's just the normal weather in January, and it'll break off mid-January to February. And
what I'm asking you is, could the ICE agents, could ICE actually be using this storm to do raids, like to everyone's bunkered at home? I mean, I've seen videos of them pulling cars over.
No, it's too dangerous, because the protesters were caught putting liquid or water on the streets to ice it up so that they could prevent the agents from walking, running, or driving. That hurts them, and it deflects. They're doing everything except the guns, the protesters, the bad guys, from doing really bad stuff by doing all the minimal stuff.
I'm going to say I bet you they're doing raids under this. I bet you they are.
They do raids 24/7.
Yeah, but I bet you right now, with everyone being hungered down,
I've been in the worst weather conditions myself. I worked in the worst.
What I'm saying is, this would be the perfect time. I've seen videos of them. There's miles and miles and miles of cars getting pulled over into way stations, and they're checking people. And the day was clear. It wasn't even snow, nothing in this region, and where this ice storm is supposed to be hitting. And I don't know. I think it gives them perfect cover to conduct massive raids. And I'm just trying to link it to Dan Scavino here. I don't know. My audience can decide for themselves. This is nothing. I have no validation on it. I'm just throwing a theory out there. It's just, do you think that could be realistic?
That just shows your thinking, and a lot of people don't get it. When I was at the border, I met 𝗀𝗂𝗃𝗃, the DEA agent.
Oh, wow.
At 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗁. He got kidnapped and tortured and killed in Guadalajara or down in Mexico, because him and his pilot flew over a ranch in Guadalajara, which a guy named Felix Rodriguez, CIA, was allegedly training these people. They got the tail number of the plane. They tracked it back, and that was under the Reagan administration and Oliver North, a piece of 𝗪𝗍𝗪, pendejo. These guys got killed because of the operation that they discovered, and they should have moved them on. If it was that high up in CIA, ultra top secret stuff, then they could have done something. Yeah, that's 𝗀𝗃𝗃. God bless him. He was killed in 1985.
Torture.
We did Operation 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. We had a work slowdown. So if you came through the border, guess what we did? All along the border, north and south, didn't matter. We're looking for the bodies of 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, his pilot. And we opened up the trunks, the hoods, compartments, back seats, 5 compartments, minimum average, 5 compartments. If we could find it, we would open it up to look. The president of Mexico at that time finally gave in and talked to his people, who were cartel people who run the country, and they finally gave up the bodies, and that happened. We had witnesses that were shoved under the fence at 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 that I know the area, and they gave those guys up, and there's 3 people still on witness protection right now in the millions of dollars since 1985 that I'm aware of. So more cover-ups. Nothing's going to happen until people straighten up. They have to figure out the hard way. Democrats are stupid. They're ignorant. Imbécil. Estupendo pendejos grandes. How's my Spanish today?
That's pretty good.
So that means that these guys are going to keep doing it and keep doing it. Doesn't affect them. They don't care. Democrats don't care if you die. Democrats and the trained professional protesters, they don't care if they die either. They don't care.
No, they're on a mission.
It's not worth it, folks. Don't go to a protest. Don't be stupid, or you'll end up like Good and this white male 37-year-old guy who carried a gun and touched an agent to grab his gun. You're going to get shot. I guarantee you, if they did that to me, he would have been shot long before that, way before that.
So I'm going to play this.
You know about the 25-foot rule, right? They have a 25-foot rule. They already told them. ICE has a 25-foot rule. If you get in that area and they're pushing you back and you approach them or try to reciprocate or be aggressive,
hold on, I'm trying to show this.
Considered a domestic terrorist. So
we're videotaping you? Are you crazy?
what you guys are doing here? Yeah. Look at them. Look
about that. The ICC does. Be careful. Be careful. Be over here.
It's not legal to record.
Yeah, it is illegal if they're agitating and
You're taking
interfering.
my
It is.
information down.
Because we have a nice little database.
Oh,
That's
good.
too close. That's
you're-
less than
consider
25
it
feet.
domestic.
They are doing this intentionally to agitate, to make you get a comment, to enrage.
What
and
did you see
inflame.
what he said? Did you see what he said? We're putting you all in a national database. So I've said this over and over again. Tracked and trace, man. They're tracking and tracing these people. There's agents in regular clothing out there wandering around, recording people, seeing the people that are agitating. There you go, agitating.
They've
I mean,
got their
they're being
phones.
tracked
They've got the frequencies and the ISBN numbers or whatever to the phone. So they track all the phones in that area. That means eventually they've got that up. They're stupid. They don't get that. National intelligence can scan the whole area in that 3-block, 4-block, 5-block area, and they know who the agents are. The other ones are the suspects. They will identify them all. They will get arrested later. They will get them. These people think they could just go do it, and they claim they're observers. There's no status legally that labels them legal in any fact or form. If they were with ABC, CBS, CNN or whatever, then they may have credentials, but they know the rules. You stand back, you have a camera guy, you have a microphone at a distance, you don't get involved unless they're allowed to move closer. These people are protesters. It doesn't matter if they have a phone, and that's the first thing out of their mouth. I've already profiled them. Whistles, lights in your face. Oh, I'm just an observer. Get the F out of here. Leave. If they refuse, they're an arrested observer. They're not legal. It's a ploy. It's a stupidity thing.
So people are allowed to assemble peacefully and protest as long as they don't get interfere with an investigation.
Correct. First Amendment
And
right.
what they're doing is interfering. What they're
Once
doing
they do
is
that, once it's been
in their
declared,
face
they need to
there.
back off.
Right, spitting on these guys, throwing
That's
water.
an assault. That's an assault.
Yeah.
You remember when AIDS and all the other things and deadly diseases, you can't throw something in a person's face. So it was an actual case history.
Yeah, you're right about that. Good
You got
point.
an AIDS guy. He's got AIDS. He's full blown AIDS, and he spits at you and gets his bodily fluid on you. That's an assault with a deadly weapon. That's a felony.
Wow, I didn't think about that. You're right.
How many of these people have spat or shot or sprayed or thrown something? And frozen bottled water can hurt if you hit somebody in the head. You can hurt them, seriously. They should be shot too. You throw a bottle at me, drop it, and they don't drop it, you shoot them.
They should just know better, man. This is just crazy. And I think it's only a matter of time before they start shooting at the ICE agents, in my
They
opinion.
already have.
And I think the cartels are going to be in charge.
Wait,
of that.
we got assault with frozen bottled water. They spat at them. They've thrown objects. They've thrown back
Tear gas.
tear gas canisters.
And firework artillery shells they've thrown at them.
They've been doing the fireworks, and one agent's car was actually hit with incendiary devices that penetrated the side of his vehicle, which is about that big, about more than a rifled slug, bigger than a rifled slug. That's dangerous. These people are assaulting with deadly force. Therefore, you return in kind. Do unto others as they do to you, but shoot them before they kill you. You have to shoot them first before they kill you. At least that's the sarcasm, law enforcement sarcasm joke. So, but it gets escalated more and more. So the more they keep doing, they're showing up with guns. Stupid idiots that don't have a background in law enforcement or military are telling other stupid idiots, Democrats, liberals, or whatever, to carry a gun. No, you're not at Lexington and Concord again. It's not 1776, the Alex Jones thing, 1776 thing. It's not. Those people are stupid. The more stupidity they can get out of these Democrats, they're going to keep getting shot. And it's real easy. ICE 0, bad guys 4.
So so let me ask you this, Tim Walsh, what does he have to do now? He has to back down completely to Trump, right?
He's going to get arrested.
Completely take a step down. I mean, what's he saying right now? He's saying
if he were to step down, as you just said, that triggers another idea. He could step down, but he's still going to go to prison.
Wow.
Fry, the mayor of that town, Mayor Fry, is an insurrectionist. If I was there, I would have him arrested. What's 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶𝗀 waiting for? How many more people have to die before 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗀 gets off her butt and has these people arrested and get them put in jail, and then do Insurrection Act, take over that whole state if they have to? Remember, Michigan is second only to San Diego and Muslims. That's another profile. Minneapolis is set up with Democrats. Any state that's set up with a Democrat governor, like California with Gavin Newsom and people like Karen Bass up in LA, and in San Diego and other areas, those people are committing violations of the Insurrection Act. They could be arrested. Why are they waiting? Because they're trying to give people breathing room to react and do the proper thing. They're not doing it. They're not responding. So they're going to get shot on occasion, and it doesn't matter. If they get shot every day and they violated the law and they tried to hurt any agent, there's no requirement into the law that says, raise your right hand, you swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States, so help you God, blah, 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 blah. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic, preserve, protect, defend. Okay? If they are intending to hurt an agent, I never signed on that says, oh, I have to give them 10 warnings. I have to get hurt and injured before I can pull my gun and shoot, and I have to bleed. Those are stupid U.S. attorneys, by the way. Well, did you get hurt? Did you bleed? Did you have a broken bone? Or so they could do a charge of assault against a federal agent. It's all dumbing down. It's like PC terms,
Yeah.
Politically correct, my whatever, Yeah. Ain't gonna happen. People need to wake up. This is real life.
We can expect to see more of this unfold, correct?
Unfortunately, and I've said it before, how many people have to get shot or killed before they start to realize they are stupid?
And
you don't need to go to that first and whatever location just to go out there and pretend you're a protester, unless you get paid lots of money.
So Trump probably pretty soon will invoke the insurrection, correct? He should.
Okay,
I've already sent
this information, folks out there. You can Google or DuckDuckGo Insurrection Act, past presidents. It goes all the way back to 1787. Andrew Jackson. I'll say the famous ones: John F. Kennedy, LBJ. John F. Kennedy did something in Alabama because of Governor Wallace back then. The separation of the black students going to a white college or vice versa. They activated the National Guard. And I've been watching this Neil Young song, 4 Dead in Ohio. Okay, that's a famous song. That's what I've been watching for like weeks now because it's a premonition thing. It's in my face. So that means how many people have to die? Well, you know what? I think we're at 4 right now. 4 Dead in Ohio was the name of the song. Look it up. But again, the Insurrection Act has been done dozens of times. The Bushes did it. LBJ, John F. Kennedy, all the other presidents have done it. It's not a big deal. Everybody's making it look like, oh, no, don't do the Insurrection Act. They're stupid. They don't know the difference. Insurrection Act is local in a state. It's not martial law. Wake up, folks. It's not martial law. It's Insurrection Act, very localized, not martial law, which can be international all over the country. It's not the same. Wake up, educate yourselves, and read through Wikipedia a little bit. You might learn something besides listening to somebody with some background, or talk to military people. Preguntas.
I got you. No, I'm listening to you 100%. I need a hard stop right here. John, I'll be, let's finish this up on Ninoscorner.tv. Are you open for that?
Sure.
All right, sounds good. Stay with me just 1 second. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed this. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment, baby, for John Carman, and give to John Carman at John-Carman-17 so we can buy some tacos. All right, John.
Gracias.